We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up USD, JPY. We are on the monthly time frame. Price action, last candle to the right hand side is a bullish green candle, could be working its way up further from a break and retest. We do have price action overall higher highs, price action overall lower lows, midpoint, also adding second level lows and also adding third level lows. So let's zoom in the price and see what's going on. So as I said before, price action on the monthly time frame is a bullish green candle, so it can be working its way up like it's working its way up for a break and retest of that SR line that we did create. So current price is sitting at 147.600. So you can see it's in the middle of those SR lines, so it's at the midpoint. So if price works its way up, it can head up to all the way to the numbers of 160.212. But before making there, it can tag the numbers of 153.517, and if price work its way down from that area, so we have, remember, price at the current midpoint, could head between the midpoint and that low, which would be at the areas of 139.101 before making it down to 129.715. So let's take a look at what's going on in the market. So we know the market just broke through a SR line, so it's coming from a push. So market's actually, let's say market's actually coming from a pattern at that low, and we did know it broke an area of that resistance. So if market's going to push up further for that uptrend, market will be identifying. So if we think about putting another SR line here, market broke, came back to retest, so that will be identified as an overall first leg, second leg, third leg, and then market pushed up for that fourth. So we have a full break. Now we're going to see if that market's going to come back to retest to a certain level. But there's multiple pushes in that area. So let's take our time and read that. So one, overlap, first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, retest one, retest two, retest three, and then market push for that third time. So it can come back to another retest for that fourth time. And if it does push and break out, it's coming for another pattern, which would be somewhere in this area. So that could be losing momentum until we see that retest. So we do know it's in that mid-range. So looking at the price action candle, we can see that that market has a lot of wick down to that towards that bottom. So it can still have enough momentum to still push up further. So let's walk down the time frame to see what we see. On the weekly time frame, we have price action as a bullish green candle. There's patterns inside patterns, or there's patterns below the price action. And as we walk down the time frame, we're going to see some break and retest. So let's talk about it. Price action, bullish green candle, engulfing the previous second, third, fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the last candle in the market. The main important areas that price action did engulf is, let's put a zone around it, is that fourth to last candle in the market, which was that doji. So price action did break out that doji, which is very important, showing that the market does have enough momentum to push up. Also, market came from a pattern at that low, which would be identified as the first, second, third, fourth. So market, we see that the market did break that SR line, so it can push up further, or it could come back down to a retest, fully come back down to the SR line, which would be that support and then push up, or we'll just see the fully push up. But so far, the market is very bullish and green to push up further unless we start seeing some type of rejection somewhere in that area. Also, there's another pattern inside of a pattern width is here, coming down in red, first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg. So we do have another double bottom. We have an overall double bottom at W, and a double bottom inside of a double bottom, which just broke that market. But you remember, guys, price action, let's put an SR line around it now, is between a midpoint of that area. Okay, so we got to be careful to see what's really going to happen. Is it going to break out that zone, or is it going to consolidate or work its way down further? So if price works his way up from this, breaks out of that zone area, work his way up further, you can head up to the next midpoint area, which would be at 150.468. And if price action break that area and come back down for a full retest, now I don't have to come back down for a full retest to touch the SR line. I can tag that midpoint first, which should be at the numbers of 142.721 before coming back down from that break of that resistance line to come back down to tag that support for the full retest to work its way up further. Walking down to the daily time frame. So price action on the daily time frame, bullish green candle. Second last candle is a doji, so price action trying to engulf the previous side. We do have price action body above the previous body. Price action wick is above the previous wick, so that does have enough momentum for that market to still push up to the top of the SR line that we did create, to the top of that zone that we did create, unless we see some rejection. So far, market's looking bullish. Working our way down to the 4-hour time frame. So now in the 4-hour time frame, we have a doji. So let's see what's going on. We have dojis inside dojis, so let's talk about what's happening. So we do know that price action broke into that zone. Okay, so if you think about market being at the midpoint of that zone, it created a huge doji with the price second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, the last candle to market. So you want to see a price action candle start breaking above that zone. If not, anything within that doji will be consolidation. So what's happening in that area, let me read it. Price action has spiked down to the high of that midpoint, let's say second level highs, came back to retest and pushed again. If it doesn't break out, market's coming back down to at least the midpoint and we'll identify that double top. But if we see the break, you see that market's coming from that first, second, third, market breaks out, retest, push up further from a double bottom and a retest. Walking down to a 3-hour time frame, same as well, price action being a doji, side by side with the second last candle, so that's consolidation within a double top. Walking down to the 2-hour time frame, same as well, so the market's reading the same thing. So this market has to form more patterns for that market to do what it do. Walking down to the 1-hour time frame, same as well, just reading as the third to last candle spiked up, and then price and second last candle worked its way sideways, so it's just hanging out on that SR line. 45-minute time frame is identifying a break, a retest. So price second, third, and some of fourth to last candle is still side by side. So it's in that consolidation unless we see this price action candle push up further. If so, it'll look like this: the break, retest, and price action push up green and breaks out that second, third to last candle. Then we'll see a break and retest. If not, price action will work its way down further. So the way you break this down, if it's going to break down further, is you have price action resistance, you have the support, and you have the midpoint. So if market breaks this midpoint here, you know it's headed down further, but so far it's resting right on top of that with that doji as a retest. Same as here on the price action, they all dojis, so you definitely want to see a price action engulf that third to last candle to the top side or downside, long wick down to that bottom, so it's just identifying a break and a retest, still side by side with the last previous candles. Same as well in the 15-minute time frame. Zoom into this. Same as well with the 5-minute time frame. The market broke, came back to retest, worked its way sideways. So all we seeing as consolidation happening as we walk down the time frame. Same as well with this. So we're just waiting for the breakout. So if it breaks out to the top side, we'll see that pattern push up further. If not, it'll break the midpoint, work its way down. But we have a lot of wicks, so you want to see price action engulf those wicks towards that bottom side, which will head back down to that midpoint to work its way down further if you guys on these lower time frames. And same as well on the 1-minute time frame. So this market has to do what it do to fully form that pattern. Very important information. Please study review Forex pattern cheat sheet, breakout retest strategy, USD,